Hello everybody, it's Mark Crothall here, Chief Executive of the Scottish Tourism Alliance and also Chair of the Strategy Steering Group that's been brought together to shape Scotland's future strategy beyond 2020. I'm here at the EICC at our autumn conference to unveil that future strategy, but we appreciate that many of you weren't able to make it to Edinburgh. So this video we've recorded is to allow you to get a feel and understand what our future vision and mission and our strategic priorities are. Importantly, after you've watched it, we'd like you to take part in the survey questionnaire with the link that will follow, that will allow you to feed into your feedback, your thoughts and what you consider to be the priorities for action under the 4 headings. Thank you very much. So, you've heard from Stephen and you've heard from our Minister about the past, the here and now, so what about the future? Stephen referred to how the landscape of the global tourism industry has changed. The way people have travelled, the way they visit, the way they explore and experience destinations is entirely different to what it was 7 years ago. And despite all the unknowns that exist within today's political and economic climate, we know with absolute certainty that the patterns and trends of today's tourism market will have changed again beyond recognition within the next 10 years. We can't predict the future, of course, but we can and indeed have drawn on today's insights and yesterday's lessons to shape a robust strategy for the future. So what do we know for sure? We know that today's traveller visits, books and experiences Scotland in a very, very different way to what they did in 2012. We know that the global climate emergency agenda has shifted the way we think about where we travel and stay, how we get there, the impact we ourselves have on our global environment and our destinations. We're being much more conscious in making our leisure and food choices. We also know that our domestic market is becoming ever more cautious in their decision making and that their level of spend on tourism and hospitality experiences is at risk of further decline. As such, there is an increasing need to attract more visitors, but the right visitors to Scotland year-round in order to grow our tourism industry. We have continued political and economic uncertainty. We're witnessing an even faster pace of technological change and global growth in tourism. Our core markets are unlikely to change. New markets will emerge, and we will continue to build on our competitive and unique strengths that we have across all our assets. Our landscape and scenery, our heritage and our culture, our people and our welcome, our activities, our events and festivals, and the business events that we attract will continue to bring visitors to our shores. As we look to the future, insights tell us that food tourism and adventure tourism will have the potential to become key drivers of visits to Scotland. The healthy living trend has also become an important item on the checklist of tomorrow's traveller. In the medium term, global tourism experts refer to 12 megatrends happening today. For Scotland, we've merged these under 4 headings as we look forward to 2025. These are, we want our visitors to experience more, enjoy immersive, live like a local, rich experiences. We need to market the whole of Scotland and ensure that our visitors can experience all of what our landscapes and destinations have to offer. We know that today's traveller is evolving and that we attract many different types of visitors, both culturally, demographically. We also know that it's just important, how important it is for data to influence the way the visitor experience in what has become a very dynamic world. We've also looked at how our competitors are shaping their future tourism strategies too, and we can see some distinct themes emerging, many of which mirror our own. They're increasing competitiveness whilst pursuing sustainability, improving quality through infrastructure, facilities and services, strengthening their international position, building distinctiveness, creating conditions for growth and investment. They're supporting innovation, addressing seasonality, spreading tourism and encouraging spend in areas of high potential. And they're addressing their skills and labour issues. They're attracting new source markets, and they're improving their transport and connectivity. and importantly, they're improving their knowledge and their data. As a result of what's happening in terms of trends, forecasts, and future consumer behavior, there is a need for our tourism industry, government, public sector, and communities to collectively respond, adapt, and collaborate to deliver a responsible, sustainable, managed growth for the future. Future success will only be achieved through partnership. Our mindset as a nation and as a sector is shifting from attracting volume to delivering greater economic social benefits for our nation and for our local communities. The people who live and work in all our villages, our towns, our cities, the people who work in your businesses, the time has come to change and adapt. Our future national strategy must therefore respond in a different way to address these current and future challenges and maximize the opportunities that we have in our sights in the short, medium, and long term. We know how difficult it is right now to look to the future with the current challenges we're experiencing across the industry and the immediate challenges that we know that are on the horizon. Dealing with the unknowns of tomorrow, today, are not easy, especially when our industry is in a fragile state with many potential impacts still to be felt. Brexit, the climate emergency, the potential introduction of a tourist tax by some local authorities, immigration, and Scotland's depopulation crisis is the backdrop to our current tourism landscape. And remember too that our destinations all experience different challenges and indeed opportunities. It is a time therefore to act and be brave, be ambitious, be forward-thinking, and maintain the level of resilience which we're all known so well for displaying. It is now more important than ever that we create the very best memories for everyone who visits and experiences all that Scotland has to offer, with no long-term damage to our environment. Our strategy should enrich lives and preserve our places, with our industry acting as pioneers for delivering responsible tourism. We need to look to build a 21st century tourism industry for all. That's our people, our visitors, our businesses, our communities, and our environment. Tourism is acknowledged as having a hugely important role in delivering Scotland's wider economic strategy and national performance framework. The STA will continue to focus on the core of the organisation's agenda, which is aligned to delivering sustainable growth for business through representation of the industry voice to bring about changes at policy level that will have a positive impact on our tourism sector and wider economy. Scotland has a global reputation to protect, and we will only realise our collective vision if our policies and economic conditions allow us to ensure that we are seen and can present the country as a quality, attractive destination throughout all stages of the visitor journey, and that we are able to compete globally on price. The draft of Scotland's future national strategy has, unlike TS 2020, been developed through an equal partnership approach with a range of stakeholders from industry, Scottish Government, and our public agencies. It is reflective of the changing world we live in, our new mindset approach to how we live and work, and represents a bold step forward in setting our industry on a path to delivering benefits to those who both visit us, Scotland's people, the communities within our destinations, our local economies, our wider economy, and indeed all our sectors. So, now to the big reveal. Well, we tested a draft vision and mission with all those who attended the workshops and the focus groups, and we listened to the feedback. And the majority of those who attended told us the sentiment was right, but we needed to be bolder, more ambitious, and the words of our future vision and our mission must reflect that and make clear it is Scotland's tourism vision. You said that they must not be bland, they must be uninspiring, nor must they come across as being vanilla or too PC. So, with the help of the marketing professionals at the Union Agency, I'm delighted to now share with you our future vision. Scotland, we will be a world leader, the world leader in 21st century tourism. 21st century tourism, what do we mean by that? Well, tourism is going to change. It must change. If the industry doesn't change it, governments will. And if governments won't, tourists will. And if tourists won't, communities will. A new model will be developed. Sustainability, responsibility, innovation, and technology already are in many destinations the driving forces that are influencing decisions on new ways of providing the visitor with the experiences they're looking for. So how will we deliver our vision? Through having a very clear and concise mission, which is, together, we will grow the value and positively enhance the benefits of tourism across Scotland by delivering the very best for our visitors, our businesses, our people, our communities, and our environment. A bold ambition and direction, as I'm sure you will agree, and one which I hope will inspire you and show you that we are on a brave new journey, a step change from the ambition, content, and the delivery approach of TS 2020. Whilst this strategy has evolved from TS 2020, it marks the dawning of a new era for our industry, a marked difference in our approach to delivering what we see a picture of success looking like. The strategy has not been developed in isolation. It's a result of widespread engagement across the industry. Visit Scotland led events back in February and March to capture the views and opinions of industry leaders and the most significant trends that could impact tourism in Scotland in the coming years. The STA then led a programme of facilitated workshops across Scotland and a series of focus groups with young people working in the industry to test the essence of the vision and the mission and the priority areas of focus. You might ask, is our vision too big? Well, a vision statement should set our direction. It should be ambitious. It should be inspiring. It should energize us. And if we're ever in any doubt about where we're heading, our vision should refocus us. It should be our reality, but it should also be our collective dream. It should inspire all our stakeholders, our tourism businesses, our suppliers to industry, our government, our local authorities, our public sector agencies, our people and future generations, and anyone who has a touch point with Scotland's tourism industry. This is everyone's strategy. It's not inconceivable that Scotland can be the world leader in 21st century tourism. We're already known and recognised globally for our joined-up approach in delivering our current tourism strategy and have become a case study for how businesses, communities, governments around the world should collaborate. We look and we will continue to look beyond our shores for insights, better ways of doing things. As a nation, we're of course already world leaders in innovation. It's in our blood, our DNA, and it's in the nature of how we respond to opportunities and challenges. We have the strength of vision that enables us to lead the way. We inform the debate, we influence others to do the right thing, and we act by taking the right steps. It's entirely within our reach to be the world leader in 21st century tourism. But one question I'm sure you all have in your mind is, how are we going to achieve our goal? Scotland's future tourism strategy is being developed around 4 key priorities: people, place, businesses, and experiences, each with a key aim and a set of outcomes. We recognise that the visitor experience is a combination of several different elements all coming together, and that for tourism in Scotland to thrive in the future, we must address these challenges and seize the opportunities that sit behind these 4 key priority areas: our passionate people, our thriving places, our diverse businesses, and our memorable experiences. So let's explore these 4 areas in more detail. We have an overarching aim for each of the 4 areas, and each has 4 measurable outcomes. To our passionate people, the aim to attract, develop, and retain a skilled, committed, diverse, and valued workforce. Our 4 outcomes: our people feel valued for the contribution that they make and have a voice in the workplace. All parts of our industry are recognized as a valued career choice, attracting the best people and providing opportunities for all to make the best of their skills and talents. We use innovation and creativity. Our businesses and communities provide and create good and fair work in a supportive workplace environment. The diversity of our workforce is also more closely reflects the population of Scotland. For our thriving places, the aim to create and develop a sustainable destination together. that tourism is recognised nationally, regionally and locally in our communities as a force for good, a catalyst for thriving communities, and is able to respond flexibly to the diverse needs of Scotland's places. The impacts of tourism on the environment in our communities are understood and responsibly managed, and our landscape, scenery, natural and built heritage are cared for and protected for the future generations. Everyone takes shared responsibility for our places to ensure the right growth in the right areas, benefiting both our businesses and our communities. Our places are both connected, physically and digitally, and supported by the appropriate investment. So to diverse businesses, an aim to build business resilience, sustainability, and importantly, profitability. Outcomes within a supportive environment. Our businesses adopt responsible and fair business practices, are open to change, and they are committed to investing in their future. Our businesses have the capacity to secure appropriate investment, and the productivity of the sector shows positive improvement, driving inclusive growth and improves financial returns. Our businesses are embracing innovation and technology to better support both the visitor experience and the use of new business models that support competitiveness and reflect the changing landscape. And our businesses demonstrate visible leadership through increased collaboration, building sustainable and resilient business practices and investing in their people and future success. And to our memorable experiences, we continue to provide the very best authentic and memorable experiences. We provide a wide range of immersive, responsible, authentic, and rich experiences that reflect our strengths and changing visitor trends. Every visitor expectation is met with each visitor enjoying the very best experience, creating ambassadors for Scotland all over the world. Visitors are staying longer and they come more often throughout the year. They see more of Scotland, and they're spending more during their visit. Our visitors are able to make seamless journeys and have barrier-free stays that are accessible to all. So, we have our vision, we have our mission, and we must protect and consider the environment in everything we do. And we have our 4 strategic priorities. For us to deliver our aims and achieve our vision and mission, we must determine, define, and bring about the right conditions for success. And we've identified these to be as follows. We must strengthen our ability to harness the power of technology and data. We must have the right policy regulatory landscape in place. We need to ensure access to investment. We must proactively invest in the right transport and digital connectivity. And we need to provide a support network for business. And importantly, we need to successfully position Scotland and our tourism industry both internally and externally. Tourism cuts across every sector. We've always said that tourism is everyone's business. It touches every part of Scotland's economy. This future strategy has been developed together by industry, government, and the agencies, who all share this bold vision. Together, we will deliver this through a joined-up approach spanning all sectors and destination through our ways of working. Being brave, outward-looking, forward-thinking, collaborative, responsible, and putting our communities, our people, our visitors, our businesses, and our environment at the heart of everything we do. We can be the world leader in 21st century tourism, and we can measure our collective efforts by setting our own standards for success. It's a 10-year vision to 2030 that will be supported by short, medium, and long-term action plans. It is realistically and rightfully ambitious. We're a resilient industry. We've proven that many times over before, and we've built strong partnerships which will see our businesses, our people, achieve great things, delivering profit for purpose and substantial rewards for the good of all. Our current and future challenges are well known to us. Some may, of course, appear differently. However, we also have many opportunities ahead, and much to look forward to as an industry in delivering success, not only for Scotland's tourism sector, but for the wider economy, creating a better country to live and work in and for the world to visit. This is an exciting, ambitious strategy for each and every person to own and take responsibility for, delivered with your individual passion and expertise. This is a strategy for each and every one of us in this room, and one to be proud of. So what next? Well, you've heard a lot from me today, and as you know, this is a draft, and it's important that we continue to consult with all our stakeholders over the coming months as we build the short, medium and longer term action plans to deliver this future strategy, which will be officially launched on the 4th of March at the National Tourism Conference in Glasgow. Thank you.